Hello everyone, meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. We saw freezing temperatures out to the west and even in central parts of the Dakotas today, and we'll have a chance here in the valley. I'll have details on that as we talked about last night. It's a real deal, and a chance for some showers in the forecast for a select few. Your hour-by-hour details are coming up right now.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
All right, thanks to my friends at Robert Gibb and Sons. Hey, do you have a commercial project in mind or an industrial one? Well, I'll tell you what, the folks that can handle it right there at Robert Gibb and Sons. They have, well, the experts to get the job done right the first time, and they only deal with the highest quality equipment. Again, Robert Gibb and Sons, if you give them a call, please tell them Hutch sent you. Let's talk a little bit about our forecast, shall we? As we go through the next 24 hours, this roller coaster ride will continue, and then we'll get to your questions as well. So make sure that you're logging in. I'm looking over here to see who's joining me, but I can tell you this much. It's very quiet for now, but we're going to have a few challenges to watch out for. Number one, a few showers of rain. Number two, some frost. Now, here's a look at the forecast with clouds and radar is what we're focusing on here. As we head into the evening tonight, we'll see a chance for a few clouds up north. Notice the Saskatchewan showers spreading across Manitoba and in towards Winnipeg with a chance for a few drizzle drops. It'll be fairly light, but there'll be a chance of that in the Northern Valley. So as we take you in just a little bit closer, let's zoom in, seeing some areas that have a better chance for a few showers as we go through the overnight hours into your hump day. That's right. Up there in Kittson County, there'll be a chance for a few sprinkles, as well as Roseau County. Some of this may drift southward. Otherwise, fairly quiet here in Fargo, Jamestown, and Lakes Country. In fact, some of the showers up here near Winkler to Winnipeg could be substantial. Where you see the yellows there, we'll see a chance at a few tenths of an inch of rain. This is not a gully washer. Our air mass over us just a little bit too dry to really make too much of an impact on the expanding drought conditions in our area this dry start to the fall season. Now, this is 6 a.m. and the wet rain will continue falling in our northern counties. There'll be a chance of it. These will really be just sprinkle drops and likely measured in the few hundredths of an inch. A few of us could get up to around a tenth. Southern Manitoba will have the best chance. Scattered afternoon showers as we go through mid-morning to the early afternoon in northwest and north central parts of Minnesota, taking you in close to Red Lakes area. You'll have a chance at this, as well as Badette, Rainy Lake area, and around International Falls. Now, after this little weather wiggle works its way through, there is a cold pool that will be working its way into parts of northwest Minnesota that by Thursday morning will bring the chill back to the oil patch, and our area will have a chance at seeing that chill in the air right here. Whew, Hutch, where'd I put? I can't find my frost scraper. Well, just know this. Don't be caught Friday morning and not know where your frost scraper is, because I don't want you having to dig that credit card out. Now, there's a chance of frost. Let's get to the details in your forecast. And I heard somebody sharing some stars out there. Paula, thanks so very much for watching from Dilworth. I love it. Thank you very, very much again for your support of Hutch's Weather. And you know what? You can pass the good word that Hutch is here still doing weather, because I meet people every day that say, "What are you doing now with yourself, Hutch?" Well, I'm doing the same thing, only it's more fun. All right, let's take a look at your hour-by-hour forecast. We did that. Now let's take a look at the temperature summaries. And again, number of days with lows above 32. Lows above 32. This is how many days we've been above freezing in Fargo. 160 days. Same thing about for the Grand Forks area. And look at Lakes Country out there, a lot of upper 150s as well. Now, we've had some areas dipsy-doodle down below freezing in southwest North Dakota, 0 days. That's because last night or this morning, they had some freezing temperatures there. And we were in the frosty regimes out there up to the west, but they did get down to freezing a little bit earlier in the season in southwest and in central parts of the state. So kind of an interesting tidbit there tomorrow morning. No freezing in our area. 50s for Grand Forks and Fargo. Thief River Falls, 53 degrees for you. 55 up in the War Road area of Bemidji. How about 54 for you? Thanks so much for joining, Val. I appreciate your sharing of stars. Jamestown, 48 is great. Now look at there. Not too much in the way of cold air across our area on Wednesday. But again, I said that next system will be meandering its way through. Tomorrow we're going to have south winds. Notice where I drew the arrows from the south. That's a warm flow. That'll warm temperatures back into the 70s again. That's above average for this time of the year. It'll be windy, but it will be warmer. Gusts to 35 miles per hour from the south here in the valley. But up in the oil patch, look what's coming. It's green, and that's not moss. That's the color for the 50s, returning to northwest parts of North Dakota and, well, the oil patch of Montana. So from Sydney to Plentywood and Scobie, all the way out to Glasgow, those 50s will be spilling in, and your wind out there will be westerly and northwesterly, and that will come our way as well. So let's check out this 7-day planner, shall we, as we take a look. Well, first, read them and weep. I said, read them and weep. Take a look at this Friday morning snapshot. Okay, this could change a pinch, but the early look says chilly, frost and freeze here in the valley. We'll have air temperatures in Grand Forks and in Fargo at Hector that will be in the mid 30s, maybe upper 30s. But in patchy areas, frost is going to be a possibility. I believe, Hutch believes, the best chance at some more widespread frost may indeed be right up here as we look up into northwest Minnesota, and not only frost, but some freezing conditions. Pockets of areas where temperatures get down to tomato covering cold, folks. If you have tender vegetation, plants that you want to get through this, Friday morning is the day to take action. There'll be some chilly spots in Lakes Country as well. Look at Park Rapids there, 34 in Wadena, and Park Rapids 37 to 35 for Babe the Blue Ox. And look at the real cold take hold in the Arrowhead of Minnesota. Ely could possibly have some of the nation's coldest weather, minus the elevated terrain in the Rocky Mountains. So that is a snapshot of your Friday morning. Now, let's take a peek at what I expect to take place as we go through the remainder of our week. Check it out. We do have temperatures that rise and shine up to those mid-70s on our Wednesday. It'll be windy from the south. Then that cool front pushes through. That cool front will bring some showers along the international border through the early to midday tomorrow. After that sunshine, and we plummet down. There's the lowest of the low in your Friday morning. Then that's that frost and freeze chance for some areas here in the region. Do I think Fargo will see a hard freeze? No, I don't think so. But we do have temperatures that will rise way back to above average again on Saturday. Then Sunday, that next little weather wiggle works its way through Saturday, and that's going to cause a fall in temperatures in the afternoon on Saturday and into Sunday for many. That's going to lead to another chilly one on your Monday morning next week, 37 degrees. I call that frosty and chilly McCool weather heading our way and heading your way. Then as we turn the page next week on the 8th, back into the 70s. What a roller coaster ride it is. Okay, let's go ahead and take a quick look at some, questions. And if anybody has them, I'd be happy to try to respond. Let's see. Hey, Nathan, good to have you on board. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Val. Thanks, Paula, for your sharing of stars. Mary, it's cold, 65 in southwest Minnesota today. And that is a huge change, which leads me to this. It's pretty interesting sometimes to take a gander at what we have going on with regards to our risk of warm and cold temperatures across the area, and this graphic can show you that. So we'll switch back over to the graphic and show you the temperature change in the last 24 hours, and it's pretty telling here. I've got to slip through and find it. Here we go. Let's take a look at the air temperature change, and now where you see the blue colors here are big time cold temperature changes. So look at this, Minneapolis to Thunder Bay down to Omaha, Nebraska. This tells us where people have that slap you in the face difference in weather over what it was yesterday. That's 24 hours ago, and check these digits out here. So what do the blues refer to? Let me show you. So as of 4:20, or now 24 hours ago, in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis, it was 22 degrees warmer than right now. Unbelievable shift there. Duluth, 17 degrees colder. It looks like Rochester was 20 degrees colder. Bemidji was about 7 degrees colder today. Colder today than it was yesterday. My mistake. Now, as you go into the red areas, that's where temperatures are rebounding. Havre, Montana. That's right, Havre, 16 degrees warmer. Miles City, they are enjoying the big skies out there with 11.5 degrees warmer than yesterday. So all in all, what do these temperature differences mean? It means that we're noticing that warm up out to the west. That will move into our area tomorrow. That's why Hutch's forecast has that nice warm-up. And the Twin Cities, it's going to get chilly there tonight with temperatures that have already fallen into the 60s. it looks like it could be a cold one there. Here's a look at your current conditions right now as we take a look at those now temperatures. Here we go as we check it out. Fargo sits at this value, 64 degrees. Now, and zooming in a little bit, we can see Aberdeen is at 71, but let's get into Grand Forks and see what you got. It looks like 64 degrees for you. So mid 60s right now, but the 70s have returned to the capital city. Bismarck 73, Minot 66. We have 73 degrees in Dickinson at this hour in Stark County, and that's the same thing we have in Dawson County, Montana. 73 gorgeous degrees. Baker also at that same reading. Zooming out to a more national or regional view here, we can see some temperatures. Remember, I showed you how much it cooled off in places like Kansas City and Omaha. They have seen the 90s get pushed all the way down into southern Arkansas, and it is in the 60s in Omaha, Nebraska right now. So that is how the big temperature changes have gone on. And as we take a look at what's going on with the radar, well, we can see nationally our neighbors and friends in Appalachia out there in North Carolina, in the Virginias, South Carolina, Georgia, that were hit so hard by Hurricane Helene. The aftermath does continue. We do have some spotty showers, but here's the cold front making its way through that's brought the big change and cooler weather to Minneapolis, bringing some showers to, well, areas in the Upper Peninsula earlier today of the state of Michigan. And now as we head into the evening hours, those showers are heading out towards Cape Girardeau. So some big time relief from the heat in the deep south, including parts of northern Arkansas, seeing some relief from some 90s and triple digit heat. That very quiet weather in the western half of the United States. I hope that answers your questions. I'm taking a quick peek to see if there are any other before I check out for the early part of the evening here and have a little bit of fun. Let me see. Nathan, thanks for checking in. Clarine, good to see you. And once again, thank you so very much. Hey, have you heard the word? I heard the word. You know what the word is? The word is Hutch's Weather Kids. Hutch's Weather Kids is something that I have been doing work with students for the better part of 26 years. And that means giving them the opportunity to do what I love and share a little bit of my love for science. Now, if you know students, teachers, if you have students that might be interested, tell them you should be a Hutch's Weather Kid. Here's how you could sign up, and here's how I want you to look forward to that process as we go through. But I'd love to have you sign up on my website, or you can swing out to my fine sponsors over at Luther Family Ford. So here you go. Here's the details. Number one, you can head out to I-29 and at that 32nd Avenue exit, that is where my friends at Luther Family Ford will gladly have you sign up. And you can go to hutchesweather.com to get the latest there. So again, hutchesweather.com/weatherkid, or just head over to the page. Fill out the form. I'd love to have you on board. We'll be ramping things up very soon as we are really excited. I am really excited to meet you, talk about the weather, and have some fun figuring out. So until next time, have a wonderful evening. Head over to hutchesweather.com anytime, anywhere for the latest in your weather updates. And please consider following me on Facebook and consider hitting the subscribe button on YouTube. All of those things help me a great deal with spreading the word that Hutch is here covering the weather for you. Have a good